Right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the cinema, don't be pedantic. I haven't eaten yet. On behalf of the Cinema Technology Committee, I'd like to welcome you all here today to our party and award ceremony. I'm very pleased to be able to say again that we have a special guest who honoured us last year. They say he's a film critic, but I think that he's actually a film appreciator. In that he appreciates film and he also appreciates the way that they're presented.
Ask him about 3D.
May I ask you again, please, to put your hands together for Mr. Mark Kermode.
Hello everybody, look, it's really nice to be here and I'm really grateful to be asked. He said he's not a film critic, he said the word is film free. I just wanted to say I am really proud to be here, as I do think that thing about the projectionist is the most important person in cinema. All I have ever done is to say that publicly, and the astonishing thing is just how nice everyone has been about it, because that's all I did. All I did was I said projectionists are really important, and wherever I go around the country, projectionists come up to me and shake my hand. It's really odd. I've become like some part of a weird secret society. I just want you to know, genuinely, I am more proud of having been, you know, we got the certificate last year than anything else, and I am hugely grateful to all of you for all the work you've done for making cinema so special. Projectionists are and will always be the heart of cinema, and I'm slightly overawed. I am genuinely slightly overawed by being in a room with all of you, because you're a bit scary. But, okay, so thank you for having me. Okay.
Right, we've asked Mark to do a bit more work in that he is now going to read the citation for the Frank Littlejohn's Award. So again, over to you, Mark, please.
Now, I should say at the beginning there's quite a lot of this, okay? And the other thing is that the thing I'm not good at doing is reading out in public. So I'm about to read out in public, and also without a microphone. So, this is the citation for the Frank Littlejohn's Award for 2012, which is to Dion Hansen. He started as a rewind boy in Pontefract, his local cinema, where he worked part-time after school. While studying on a sandwich course at Huddersfield Polytechnic, he worked for several months with GEC, Pollard Bearings and Brown Boveri in Switzerland. He began his career in the cinema industry as a projectionist with the Star Group, then moved to Westrix in 1968, eventually becoming their engineering supervisor for Yorkshire and the North Midlands in 1976. When Rank Leisure opened their service department, he moved to London to become their senior installation engineer, involved in their rapid expansion into multi-screen city centre cinemas. Dion stayed with Rank until 1984, when he became cinema projects manager for Dolby Laboratories, and during his 17 years with that company, he trained many engineers in the installation of Dolby equipment. He was also responsible for technically supervising and supporting film festivals such as Cannes and most of the London West End premieres. Much of the time, he travelled the world to promote Dolby before leaving to work freelance as Cineman, where he serviced and installed equipment for independents and circuits, as well as supporting special screenings for major film distributors. He finally decided to retire in 2012, and since then has been spending more and more time at Bletchley Park, freely providing his skills and expertise to the Projected Picture Trust, which he has staunchly supported for many years. Dion has been involved with the BKSTS for a long time. He joined the Society in 1973 and transferred to full membership in 1977. He's a Fellow of the Society and was also a Vice President. Dion was a founder member of the Cinema Technology Committee in 1987, and as Chairman of the Committee from 1989 until 2010, was extremely successful in raising the profile of cinema projectionists and cinema technology within the Society. His individual contributions to the Society included the organisation of the papers for the Cinema Technology section at several BKSTS conferences, organising and lecturing at a series of projectionist workshops, being instrumental in forming a working party addressing itself to national vocational qualifications for projectionists, and ensuring a high standard of articles for cinema technology. In response to a request by the Education and Training Committee for more seminars and showcase events to be held, Dion planned and executed a film format presentation at several venues, which succeeded in raising valuable funds for the Society. In addition to presenting the highly entertaining programme, he also produced an information booklet to accompany the event. He's twice presented the Society's prestigious Bernard Happe Lecture, initially in 1992 with Dolby's Tim Partridge, where they produced a tutorial on the development of high-quality cinema sound, with Dion providing some memorable cinema sound demonstrations, including thunderclaps and an impressive demo of absolute silence. In 1997, he became the only person to have been invited to present the Bernard Happé Lecture twice, and provided a tour de force with a very special presentation of the Fantastic Formats Roadshow, with a highly entertaining review of some of the unusual formats that have come and gone throughout cinema history, including an excerpt from Abel Gantz's Napoleon, shot in 3-screen polyvision. In 1991, Dion was awarded a Fellowship of the Society for his contribution to the industry and to the society in the field of cinema presentation. And the citation included the words, "His infectious enthusiasm, wide knowledge of the industry and dedication to its needs have put him in the forefront of modern cinema development and training." In 1992, he was further honoured with the presentation of the BKSTS President's Award, and in 2012 received the first of the new Master of the Moving Image Awards for the excellence of his works in implementing digital sound in cinemas. Quite a record of achievement, I think you'll all agree. For those who've known Dion for a long time, they know that behind, or perhaps a better way of putting it, in front of this very successful guy, there has always been his wife Susan. We'll do that again and we'll have a full cheer. There has always been his wife Susan. Planning, organising, looking after the finances and generally making sure that everything he was involved in worked well. Susan was awarded an honorary membership of the Society many years ago and has continued her good work to this day, where she had to ensure that he turned up on time to receive this award. And those on the Cinema Technology Committee have also had long cause to be grateful for her regular supply of homemade cakes, and for introducing Southerners to the wonderful Yorkshire tradition of fruit cake and cheddar or Wensleydale cheese. Projection training has always been one of Dion's key interests, and he was one of the driving forces behind the original BKSTS CEA Projectionists Training Manual, part of a distance learning package that was produced in 1997. As the move from film to digital cinema continued, after years of "it will never happen" predictions from Dion, yeah, I've been there as well, he in fact rapidly learned about and took on the new technologies and was again one of the drivers of the new Digital Projection Handbook. As usual, hands-on and not just a talker, although he can do plenty of that as well. He was fully involved from content to design to actually taking the manual files to the printer and receiving and distributing the finished copies. In November of this year, some 15 years after his work on the original manual began. The Frank Littlejohns Award was established to recognise, quote, outstanding work in the art and craft of cinema projection. And when you carefully consider those words, I'm sure that you'll agree with me that there can be no more fitting recipient of that award than Dion Hansen. Yeah. How many hands have you got?
That's for the cake and cheese.
That's for the cake.
Or Scotch and lemonade.
And there's your certificate.
Hello. That citation, that was longer than one of Sir Sidney's stories. Thank you very much, everybody, and well, I'm sort of surprised by this, but
That's the idea.
Okay.
But when I started in this business, an engineering friend of mine, Dennis Cheetham, who some of you may know, said to me, if you're going to start in this business, 8 years and it'll be finished, Dion. So it lasted me 50 years, fortunately, and saw me through to retirement. But I do feel sorry for the people today that you go into a projection room and all you hear is extractor fans. You don't hear the clatter of film through a projector, which is always soothing when you hear the last bit go through after a premiere. So thank you, everybody. Thanks a lot.